Hi, and welcome back to my channel. This is Reality with DVD. How you doing? And I just wanted to real quick give y'all some piping hot tea. Sip, sip. On milk. This is totally dedicated to Melody Shari Rogers, Kylo King, Dr. Heavenly. Okay, now I watched Messy Mondays. I watched it and I currently watch it. Now, we all was celebrating thinking that Dr. Heavenly had left Carlos wicked ass alone. Okay? Even my 6-year-old daughter does not like Carlos. I'm going to tell you why. When she saw Candace's voice cracking, talking about Carlo, she's like, Mom, we don't like Carlos King anymore. I was like, why? He made Candy cry. Candy Burris Tucker is my baby's favorite star in the world. She started what I used to watch Candy in the Game. She used to sing that theme song. Don't you want to go to the place to be? As she knew the song, and I got her on tape singing that song. She sounds so cute. But baby, you don't talk about Candy Birds in this house. I can't even talk about Candy Birds in this house. So when she sees Carlos King, she started putting X's on TV. Girl, go on somewhere. Let me see what they talking about. So they were talking about last week's episode, right? They were talking about, and I'm just going to talk about Shanita, right? Dr. Shanita. And Dr. Shanita also gave her rebuttal. Now, I think what bothers Dr. Shanita more than anything is people calling her transsexual. My best friend is very tall, okay? Just like Wendy Williams. I would tell people when they would call Wendy Wendell. And see, Wendy knew that she had to take it on the chin because Wendy knows that she was spilling tea that people didn't want to know about her. And so the only thing they could ever say about her was call her Wendell. And as tall and goofy as Nene is, she had enough nerve to call her Wendell too. Now, the tall girl is supposed to stick together. Now, I'm trying to figure out in what world is it just because a woman has strong features and is tall that we have to call him a man? That is totally disrespectful. I saw my friend's pregnant belly. I saw Wendy Williams' pregnant belly who had to stay on bed rest, who had several miscarriages. And I saw, well, I didn't see Dr. Shanita's pregnant belly, but I knew she had children. Because, remember, I used to watch Football Wives. Didn't care for her very much on there because, like I said, she used to drag Pilar. And see, the reason why they felt like they could drag Pilar is because it always happens like this. Now, this is currently happening to your best friend on Love and Marriage Huntsville. The most popular person on the show is always attacked. But the difference, here's the caveat. Y'all ready? Here's the caveat with Mel. Mel actually helps people. Now, I'm not saying in any way that Mel is supposed to be able to, like Vashonda, you think she can. I'm not saying in any way that she's supposed to take the role of Vashonda. And people can't talk about her or people can't drag her if necessary. But the thing about her and her cast is like she said, I put money in your pockets. Right? Marceau was working. Him, his hips, and his breasts were working down to the Malaco before the show. before Melody and Motel Hotel decided to bring them in on their business, which was Scott. Said all that to say, you don't have to kiss her ass. If she does anything wrong by you, speak up about it. But here's where things started to deteriorate between Melody and the rest of the crew. I always go back to the first season when they were calling Melody bougie. And then she say, I'm bougie. And then she say, what's your definition of bougie? And Kimmy said, look in the mirror. Now, I let Kimmy slide with that because I really thought Kimmy was the voice of reason back then. But then I found out that it's one thing Miss Wanda was right about. She was right about Kim. You couldn't say nothing bad about Kimmy Grant to me back then. Now, like I said, I don't expect anybody to kiss Mel's ass. If she's done something wrong to them, then I understand them having an issue. But bringing Kimmy on, she hasn't done anything that I have seen on the show to Kimmy. Kimmy has things to say about her because she wants to be in good with the Scotts. I haven't seen her do anything to Maurice. The only thing that I saw her do to Maurice, due to him speaking out of turn with his moon pie face, was saying, calling him, what was it, Martin Luther King? And a lot of the tables turned when, simple as this, Melody divorced Martell. And I've always said that they feel like Melody should have stayed with Martell and let him cheat in peace. She didn't want to do that, people. She gave her 5 years to cut her off. And she realized that was too long. He couldn't let go of Trot Mouth slob on the knob like corn on the cob area. Did this make the show worse because she decided to divorce him? Maybe. But that's not up for the Core 6 to decide. Then she brings Tiffany on the show. Tiffany couldn't take any type of scrutiny. She brings Stormy on the show. Stormy, again, another one who can't take scrutiny. Now, Melody may not receive a whole lot of scrutiny outside of the show from the fans, but you all give her what the fans feel like they need to defend her for. Let me repeat that. The people on the show give her what the fans, the millimeters, feel like they need to defend her for. You guys sit up and drag her on the show. And it feels like a gang up, which I hate. I hate gang ups, period. Even if I can't stand the person, I don't want them to be ganged up on. And you think that her fans can't come to her defense for what y'all do to her on the show? That's where all of this is coming from. They did the same thing to Latrice last year. And the very difference between Latrice and Melody is Latrice will dig up dirt on folks on the show. And then her fans think that they supposed to still defend her with her pulling that bullshit. But Melody doesn't do this. Then every time she brings somebody on the show, getting a Dr. Schneider, every time she brings somebody on the show, they have to be her guard dog, her bodyguard. And no, right? I disagree with this because for the simple fact, everything is alleged in my opinion. Hit the notification bell button so you can be notified when I upload a video. Subscribe. Here's my opinion on it. If Melody was treated fairly on the show by leadership I'm about to get to that. And by cast, then I don't think that she would have, one, the fan following that she has, and two, Dr. Shanita wouldn't have felt like she had to come to defend her. Now, to me, in my opinion, at the dinner table, it wasn't that much for her to go in on Letitia for in that moment. But the reason why Dr. Letitia, Dr. Letitia, the hell? Dr. Shanita felt like she had to defend her, in my opinion, was because she brought Destiny to the show. Or Destiny on the trip. Now, Destiny is a low down dirty snake. Okay? Now, she knows damn well that Motel Hotel didn't bring her nowhere. Didn't bring her to the show. Now, let's dissect this. I've already done her. But Melanie clearly stated that all of this brother-sister shit wasn't going on between Destiny and Motel Hotel. It was going on between Motel Hotel and LeBaron because they grew up together. But where Destiny fit in the fold, she's not aware. Okay? That's one thing. Let's talk about Melody and this whole thing that's happening online with Messy Mondays. Melody has peep game, and I don't know if, of course, Melody listens to Dr. Shanita and Queen Sheba. Queen Sheba has come out and realized that what's going on between Carlos, and now she was the first person that I saw do it. I don't know if others have done it. I'm saying I saw her do it first. She has noticed that a lot of times when Dr. Heavenly describes something on the show, it's backhanded compliments towards Melody. I don't see it that way 100% because, one, we're all Scorpio sisters. And Dr. Heavenly makes that clear that she is her Scorpio sister, okay? But here's the deal where Dr. Heavenly always goes wrong. She'll say something in that backhanded, underhanded tone and then take it back. Say it with your chest, sis. If you feel this way, feel this way. But you're going to have to own it. Because now, you are on the millimeters radar. And even though you're on a bigger show, Melanie is about to show you that she has a bigger following. The thing about you on your show, Dr. Heaven, I'm speaking directly to you, is that on your show, you're not the HNIC on that show. Dr. Jackie is. Okay? Now, you can't go saying nothing bad about Dr. Jackie because even when Dr. Jackie was going through her media firestorm, excuse me, she knew how to get out of it. Because the thing about Dr. Jackie is Dr. Jackie is a spin doctor. You don't know how to come out of anything spinning because you have a bad attitude behind it. You're not nice behind it. Now, I'm just saying, I like Dr. Heavenly, but I'm just keeping it 100. Now, that's the thing about a lot of Scorpios. They say we're blunt. Melody is blunt. Y'all don't see that? She's blunt as well. She's just nice, nasty behind it. But she knows how to get her point across. The only difference between she and Dr. Heavenly is that it's better received from Melody because of the way she says. But I'm that type of Scorpio that's under the impression that I don't care how you say it to me. If you say it, you say it. If you're nice nasty with it and you say it to me, and I know you being nice nasty, it still has the same blow for me because I'm very perceptive. And And I know when somebody coming at me, but however, Melanie is usually over there minding her own business. Again, most of the things that she says to these people are responses. She has the right to respond. And she tore Carlos' ass up. And he deserved it. When she said this simple thing, leadership, I never have seen leadership over there discussing my business with caste or otherwise. That was easy. Carlos, I'm speaking directly to you. You dirty. You are dirty. And you're sneaky. Low down. Snake in the grass. And you disguise your misogyny with you thinking that you love family structure. How can you love family structure when you building it up to break it down on these shows? I've already said, don't you do family empire like that. Don't you come in with your bullshit and destroy this family on family empire. Now, they already have all the attention with Keisha and Nicole. Now, I see already the cracks that you playing in on that. But, don't do them like that. Moving right along. So, just to say that, I was pointing out that Carlos, I think he confuses drama with strife. And you don't have to cause strife amongst your cast to create drama. So, Melody had to address the Dr. Heavenly said Shanita was her mouthpiece. Melody said, you should know me by now. I pulls up. If I got something to say about somebody, I'm going to say it to them. And I'm not mad at her for it because I'm the same exact way. So why are you trying to play her to the left like she needs somebody? Like Melody said, she has been holding up to this cast by herself for 6 seasons. Think about all of these reunions. I don't recall not one reunion where she had somebody on her side. And that's really sad because I know people on the outside see her as the victim on the show. But I mean, you really can't help it because I don't see what she's done to these people but help them. I'm looking at the show like, what did she do to so-and-so? What did she do to so-and-so? Again, yes, I know she's passive aggressive. But at the same time, what has she done to them? Most of the time when she's passive aggressive, even her in her passive aggressiveness, she's responded. Everything that Destiny has gotten from Melody, she deserved. I don't remember one thing that Melody had done to this woman. That day that Melody took that watermelon over to her as a peace offering, it was like she made the peace offering, but she was Destiny was the one who wasn't giving anything on the show. She was letting her know, you're gonna have to do something. We don't know anything that's going on with you. Now, she could have told Melody, well, I can't even say LeBert's name. He's like Beetlejuice. If I say his name, I'll get in trouble. That's all she had to say. Melanie didn't even know she was divorced until the divorce was final, but she stayed up in her and Martell's business. But y'all don't talk about that on Messing Monday, do you? Carlo. Melody kept calling Dr. Heavenly Elaine. I don't know if that's a fact. I don't know if that's fact to be true. A lot of people have been calling her Elaine lately. I don't know. I don't care. If that woman officially changed her name to Heavenly, then that's what the fuck her name is. So I'm not going to call her out of the name that she wants to be called. Melody, you wrong for that because you don't want to be called HOLT no more. Because Dr. Heavenly called you that by accident. And your fans went crazy. But again, I understand the jab because she came for you. But you could have said, Dr. Heavenly, the person that you show to me, you don't show me that person that's on Missing Monday. That's all you had to say. Because even if you take away her wanting to be called Dr. Heavenly, you could still call her Dr. Elaine. Because that's what she is, remember? Same thing there. How perturbed you got because now I was calling you Dr. Melody Rogers, right? But Dr. Heavenly deserves the same respect because whereas you are honorary doctorate, and I do believe that if you earn your honorary doctorate and you want to be called doctor, then I think people should respect this. Same thing with her earning her DDS. That's what she is, factually, a dentist. And don't take away her accolades, whether she has offended you or not. She still deserves the respect to be called what she wants to be called. I'm being fair here. She came for you, yes. But because you're smart, Melody, and know how to shade people politely, and you could have politely called Dr. Heaven, I'm not impressed with you right now. You show me one side and then you show Carlos another over there on Messing Monday. Don't be nobody's mouthpiece like you told her to. Don't be his mouthpiece. Carlos, you're going to lose a good thing. Keep playing with her because you decided that you want to, you're not even neutral. Because you want to decide on the back end that you want to come after the millimeter. Carlos, that's you. I don't even think the cast carry as much besides Stormy. But the rest of, I think you put, hey, here go that battery in the back thing again. I think you are the one who made it acceptable to come after her fans. If y'all shut up about it, I guarantee you they will. That's a two-sided coin right there. All you got to do is leave them alone. They'll leave you alone. They stand up for melody. And that's about it. They don't come after you until they start seeing where you have allowed this cast to gang up on her. And you have. Carlos, stop sitting up there acting like you innocent. Like you ain't putting words in Dr. Heavenly's mouth. The same words that she thought that Melody was putting in Dr. Shanita's mouth. Again, Dr. Shanita's grown-ass woman. Woman. She could speak for herself as well. And with that, time for me to get out of here and close. I said my piece. And on a 5-to-1 basis, well, I'm a psychology major. I can do stats. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 that Dr. Heavenly and Carlos are more wrong than Dr. Melody Shari. Okay? And that's it. And like I said, I'm going to close that. This has been this Piping Hot Tea segment. I am Reality with Diva D. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video. And as I do when I close, I'm going to chunk them up. Deuces.